we will look at how to explore data on the St. Jude Survivorship Portal. We begin in the Cohort tab of the portal, which shows different options for selecting a cohort to analyze. You can either select the St. Jude Life cohort, the CCSS cohort, or a combination of both cohorts. In this case, we will select a combination of both cohorts. Next, we'll move over to the Charts tab of the portal, where we'll have access to all the data visualization and analytical features of the portal. An instance of the data dictionary will appear in the Charts tab, and the data dictionary allows you to explore all of the variables of interest on the portal. In this case, we'll browse for the variable for a cancer diagnosis group. To do so, we'll begin in the cancer-related variables branch, and then open the diagnosis sub-branch, and then we'll select the diagnosis group variable. This will initiate a bar chart of all the cancer diagnosis groups in the cohort. We can then overlay a second variable from our database onto this bar chart. To do so, we can open the Chart Edit menu, and then we can select the Overlay drop-down menu. This will initiate another instance of the data dictionary. We'll choose to overlay the variable for genetically defined race onto this chart. So to find that variable, we'll open the Demographic Variables branch, and then we'll open the Race Ethnicity branch. And then we'll select the genetically defined race variable. So now the bar chart is overlaid with the genetically defined race variable. And the colors of the chart are represented in the legend at the bottom. So now we can move on to exploring the genetic data on the portal. To do so, we can select the Genome Browser button, and then we can enter a genetic locus of interest. So in this case, we will enter the locus ARID5B. And this will open a genome browser view of this locus, and it will show all the variants that have been genotyped in the cohort within this locus. And as you can see, the variants are plotted in this track according to their p-values that were computed in the group comparison performed at the top. And in this comparison, the two groups that were compared are survivors of acute lymphoblastic leukemia compared to the NOMAD non-cancer cohort. And the ancestry composition differences between these groups are controlled for using admixture coefficients shown here. So we can modify this group comparison by further restricting group 1 by selecting this AND button. This will initiate another instance of the data dictionary. And we can select for survivors of a specific genetically defined race. So we can open the Demographic Variables branch, and then the Race Ethnicity branch. And then we can select the genetically defined race variable again. And here we can select a specific ancestry to restrict to. In this case, we will select European ancestry. Click Apply. And the results of the group comparison are updated, and the new p-values are plotted in the genome browser view. We can also look at the linkage disequilibrium values between variants within this genome browser view. To do so, we can go up to these tabs up here and select the LD map tab, and then select the LD map that have been pre-computed for a specific ancestry. So since we are analyzing European ancestry, we will select the European ancestry LD map. This displays an LD map track at the bottom here. We can also analyze the LD values relative to a specific variant. To do so, we can click on the variant of interest. And then in the LD overlay section, we can select the specific LD ancestry values to overlay. So in this case, we'll select the European ancestry LD values, and all the variants are color-coded according to their LD values relative to the boxed variant.